I recently picked up this used Rocket Appartamento from a seller. Everything seems to be functioning as it should. However, I noticed a few things that need some attention. The brew lever is quite stiff and both steam knobs are also pretty tight. So let's begin the teardown. I removed the drip tray and the cup rail from the top of the machine. Undo the screws that secure the cup warmer panel. There are 4 screws on each side. After that, there are another 4 screws that hold the top panel to the water reservoir housing. Once the top section is free, it's time to work on the outer casing. Underneath the machine, you'll find several small bolts securing the side panels. There are 2 at the back and another 2 on each side. You'll need to carefully tilt the machine slightly to access these bolts. So take your time and make sure the machine is stable while you're doing this. There are 2 bolts securing the inner frame of the casing to the front panel, right behind the E61 group head. These can be quite difficult to reach, so I highly recommend using a flexible socket or a universal joint. It'll make the job much easier. With the outer casing removed, everything becomes much more accessible. Remove the metal housing for the water reservoir. A long Phillips screwdriver works best here. The inside of this machine is surprisingly dirty. Dust, coffee residue and grime tend to accumulate over the years. I simply wipe everything down using a damp cloth before moving on to the next stage. Using a small needle or pick, carefully pry off the decorative cap on each knob. Underneath, you'll find a small retaining nut. Remove that and the knob will slide right off. To remove the valve sockets, I used a pair of 10-inch Knipex pliers. The longer handle provides plenty of leverage, making the job much easier without excessive force. With the sockets removed, you can now take out the valve assemblies on each side. Once the valve is loosened, you'll be able to push the valve stem out from the inside. This is where you'll find old lubricant, mineral deposits, and built-up residue. Before moving on, I removed the steam 1 tip and the hot water outlet tip. Next, using the same pair of pliers, I removed the top section of the E61 group head. This part is commonly known as the mushroom valve. I was quite surprised when I opened it up. Compared to my Rocket R58 from another video, this one was in much better condition. There wasn't much built up inside and everything looks relatively clean. I also removed the bottom exhaust valve from the E61 group head to inspect the condition. Again, everything looked pretty decent. At this stage, I don't see a reason to replace these parts yet. They are still in good condition, so I'll simply clean everything thoroughly, apply fresh lubricant, and put them back together. Next, I removed the fastener securing the brew lever assembly. Once the brew lever socket was removed, I was able to push out the piston rod from inside the socket. This is another area where old grease and residue can build up over time. I then moved on to the shower screen and group gasket. Using a spoon, I carefully pried out the shower screen and rubber gasket. As expected, there was some coffee residue and dirt trapped underneath. While the coffee machine parts are soaking in the cleaning solution, I used the time to clean up the remaining casing panels. Next, I gave the group shower screen and rubber gasket a good scrub. At this point, everything's nearly clean and we're almost ready to put it all back together. Installing everything is basically the teardown process in reverse, so I won't go into much detail here. I'll just speed things up and let you guys watch the machine come back together. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. I'll read every comment and I'd really love to know whether you enjoyed watching this teardown. I'm sure a lot of Appartamento owners with the painted panels will eventually run into this issue, especially since the machine has been around for quite a while now. The painted surface has started to feel sticky, almost like there was some kind of glue or residue on it. I tried cleaning and washing it first, but when that didn't work, I decided to use a paint remover.
A few moments later.
Make sure you wear proper protective gear when using the paint remover. I accidentally got some on my skin a few times and it caused a burning sensation. Once the paint was removed, it revealed the chrome finish underneath. I haven't polished the panels yet, so for now, I'm just going to leave them as they are. Once the paint was fully removed, I installed the panels back onto the machine. And with everything back in place, it was finally time to brew a cup of coffee.